don't really know how to explain this. Yeah. Okay, it's the next morning and I can finally see where the hell I am because it was pitch black last night. And it looks like we're surrounded by mountains. I spotted this Suzuki Swift, like my one, back home. And also a very nice RX-8. And this little K car I think is a Daihatsu SASA. I could be wrong, but... First trip to the petrol station. A lot of confusion talking to your man, but apparently it's getting premium, which I think is the yellow pump. Your man did tell me this when I was renting the car to get the yellow one. I don't know if there's any difference in the octane levels or what, but... So I've driven for about 2 hours this morning after leaving the hotel, and I find myself up in the mountains in the Hakone area. And toll wise, I mean, just to give you an idea what kind of tolls, like I was on the motorway for, you know, roughly an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it was about €25. So what you should expect, generally speaking, is, from my experience so far, has been for every hour that you're on a toll road, it's going to work out around €10 to €15. So it can be very expensive, but in this case, it would have taken probably 4 hours, double the amount of time if I had it gone through the towns and no toll roads. So, you know, and worth it in this case. I am headed up to a place called Mount Taikan viewing observatory or viewing center or viewing platform, I think. Mount Taikan anyway. And I believe there's a kind of a touge road up to it, and it's meant to be a class road. And then you can stop there and then continue on out the other side. But I'm stopped here in a car park because I found a toilet just before I started on this touge road. Miles away there in the distance. I don't know if you can see that up the top of the mountain. Something is up there. So now I'm wondering, is that the viewing platform? I mean, it's only about 11-minute drive away. That looks a lot further away, but you never know. Anyway, should be a fun drive to get there. And before I head up Mount Taikan, up that twisty, windy road, I was passing very close to this lake, and I thought, I'll just stop in and have a look. This is Lake Ashi. It is absolutely massive. I don't know what's going on with this ship here. It's pretty cool though. But a beautiful view. Like to do pedalos and stuff like that as well. It's actually freezing today though. I packed away all my extra layers. I suppose I could get them out if I wanted to have a wander around, but I might get back on the road. But it's finally cold here. For this whole trip it's been like cold by Japanese standards, and everybody else is wrapping up like crazy, but for an Irish person it's not cold at all. Yeah, nice town. Well, I am now at the top, and as you can see, I'm wrapped up because it's absolutely freezing up here. Looks like this was the viewing area that I was looking at from the town way down there below. In fact, let's have a look at the lake from here. Get a better idea of the size. So I think I was down there somewhere. Not 100% sure. One thing I didn't notice at first when I was looking down on the lake is there is Mount Fuji there in the distance. You barely see it under the mist and clouds. So I think I was actually quite lucky to see Fuji so clearly. I know I was right beside it at the racetrack, but I think even then it can be clouded over a lot of the time. When I was leaving this morning, the whole top of it was covered in cloud. So yeah, great to see it like that for a couple of days, nice and clear. And the swing. We are 1 kilometre above sea level, I think. It appears I misspoke. That is not Mount Fuji. It's Mount Hoei. Fair enough. Looks similar. And I just walked into the Sky Lounge, and absolutely randomly, I don't really understand. BMW tuning and motorsport. What's this got to do with Sky Lounge? Maybe it's because it's on this famous Hakone road or whatever, but I do love these Recaro seats. Yeah, random. Don't know what else is in this place. There's a motorbike over there. Some helmets. Cafe. I might get an ice cream actually. So you can buy yourself a tea set, a helmet, and some wheels. Actually quite peckish. It's getting close to lunch now, so I might get one of these hot dogs for the crack. But they're not the hot dogs, they are hot dogs. This was only about €4, so not bad. So just walked up onto the second story and have a look out at some of the views here. But while I was up here, there seems to be some sort of Japan project brand that has loads of car magazines and stuff like that, but they also have figures and t-shirts at a very reasonable price. Turnpike, Hakone, and then they have the route map here. So that was only €13, so bargain. Might as well get some cool things to bring home. Remind me of this place. And have one last look out before I head off. It's cold up here. I am leaving now, driving about an hour, and I'm going to a place called Off House in Hanado, and I put this on the map, put a pin on the map. I can't remember if it is for used car parts or used books, but either way it's car related. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up something. I'll catch you when I get there. Okay, we have reached our destination. Off House, hobby off, garage off. Yeah, so I think there's used car parts here, and Off House might have is it electronics or books, I can't remember, but there is a book off just down the road here, so maybe this is more like electronics. Yeah, let's check it out. Okay, looks like a bit of everything in here, from Delft to Pokemon cards or something similar. Figures. Model cars, cool. Switch games. How much is a Switch? Is that of interest? Do they have any Switches? Don't really see any. PS Vita. No. Have a look around later on. Nice E-Type Jag. An F1 car. Petrol radio control cars. Electronics. These look like, well, look new, but I guess they could be used. Like this Pioneer, for example, is about €30, so it has to be used, right? Copper hammer. Ooh, snap-on. That's cool. I wonder is that a torque wrench? It is. That's not a bad price for a snap-on torque wrench. God knows if it's calibrated though. That's only about €45. Snap-on 3/18 drive ratchet for about €30. I'm tempted to get that just for the crack. Ooh, here we go. Old catalogues. I was right. Okay, I'm going to take a browse through this. Well, there's all sorts of cool stuff in there. Loads of Toyota stuff, but also Skyline RX-7. Yeah, loads of cool stuff. Nothing for the Alto, unfortunately, but I did find this. It's a ZC33 Swift Sport. This is going to be part of my motivation for buying one of these as soon as I possibly can. It's only about, I don't know, €1.50 or less. So, gonna pick this up. Oh, I wish there wasn't a weight restriction. Check out this Makita bandsaw, or reciprocating saw or something, but it's a very fine saw. It's only about €150 or less, €140. This one here is half the price. Again, it's Makita. They do have some selection of wheels here, used wheels. Nothing really interesting, only these glorious SSR Spec C, I think they're called, Type C. There's only two of them. They're about, I don't know, €300 or roughly, 15x7 and 4x100. Yeah, nice wheel those. So it looks like they have a junk section, which all these boxes are just full of random parts. Hubs, electronics, spray paint. Is there any logic to this? Oh, there is some sort of labels in them. Gears. Yeah, I'm not going to spend too long rummaging through every single one, but I might have a quick look through. They also seem to have stereos, which I'm guessing are either wrecked like this or else maybe aren't working. But a lot of spare parts, I suppose. Oh, magazines. Initial D books for about €1. I can't not buy one of these, right? Be nice to have as a little memento. They have a fairly large selection of new and used model cars, kits, and the small die-cast models. For example, here's some new ones in box, whereas down here you can see some of these are used examples for a lot less. Decent selection. Can't see any Suzukis, but or anything interesting. I'm interested in buying it. I take that back. I did find something interesting. It's going to be hard to view in this wrapper, but I'm fairly sure it's either an Alto or Fronte. It's definitely the Suzuki and probably a car that I saw in the museum. So that's about, I don't know, €6 or €7 actually. Another one that I'm not going to buy, I just thought I'd show you, is this Honda Beat one. Again, only about €6 or €7. I have about at least three models of Honda Beats already, so I'm not going to go hoarding them. Leave that there for somebody else. So there is a load of Pokemon cards here. I actually don't know what the price is. It says, is that 22 yen each card? Might buy one or two for my son. He's not really into Pokemon cards anymore, but yeah. But check this out. I mean, I guess when you don't have the special ones, the regular ones are not worth that much, or maybe people aren't collecting them anymore, but this entire box costs as much as this model car. Same with this box here. Like, I can barely lift it, and it costs only about €7. Crazy. Right, pick one or two ones that are kind of unusual looking. I might take a random punt here. This is a Tiffany necklace. Is it genuine? I think so, but I mean, I can never really be sure. Price wise, it's about, let me think, €40. Sterling silver, I suppose, rather than white gold, but I don't know. I can't see anything else that she'd wear, to be honest, so I know she likes that particular Tiffany design. I remember looking at it years ago with her. Yeah, feck it, I'll go for it. Okay, found a couple of switches, and they are both horrendously expensive. €150 to €180. I don't even know if that comes with a dock. I don't know if it does or not. It's even more expensive for new. I can get them at that price back in Ireland, so I'm not gonna waste all my bag space getting one of those. Okay, I looked them up online and they're about €110 for that exact model if you're to buy a new one. So I might take it out, check how it operates, if the ratchet mechanism is okay. That snap-on ratchet was, yeah, well worn. Definitely not worth picking up. Needs to be reconditioned. Oh, some Pokemon cards, Tiffany necklace, model car, initial D book, and the Suzuki Swift Sport brochure. Happy with that. So this is actually the first place that I've been to that has used car parts, and I kind of avoided going to Up Garage because it has such a bad name now for being a total rip-off. But I think those are the ones that are closer to the city, and I am gonna be passing one anyway, or close by, for one that's a little bit further out. So I might as well just drop in, even just for a browse around. I'm not gonna go in with any expectations of finding a bargain, but hopefully I'll find something interesting to take a video of. I made it to Up Garage. Sun's going down, so it's starting to get a little bit chilly. And I've parked the Porsche. ZC32, just like mine, except it's a 5-door. I don't know if they did 3 doors here actually. But I parked the Porsche next to this very tasty ND MX-5 on Enki RPF1s, looking very tasty. And look at that Swift, and away he goes. So I think this is the tyre shop area, and then the other shop is here. Looks like they have a rider section as well, which is the motorbiking. So you generally see some interesting cars around this area, around the Up Garage car parks. And there you go, a Honda Fit on some white alloys. Where is the way in? Looks like a car dealership across the road, so it must be in this way. Please open. Konnichiwa. Oh, it smells like rubber in here. So I guess there's tyres and wheels in here as well. Enki's straight off the bat. They are, what are they? They're only about €400. Not bad. BBS. Raise Vogue Racing. Ooh. Work equips. So what is that? That's about €700. But it's width tyres. They're 15-inch K-spec, so they're 5J. Never seen these before. AME. I'm not sure. I think they're made by Enki. Oh yeah. I think I have heard the brand once, but yeah, nice and chromy. These are 17 by 7J, 5 by 100, so they'll be kind of for Priuses and things like that. Here's some sweet Advan RC3 rally wheels and some RZ2s. I do like these Seeker wheels, but beside it is a much nicer one. Workmeister CR01, sweetie. That is with €620 with tyres. So what is that? A 15 by 8, 4 by 100. So something like an MX-5 they would look sweet on. You see the tyre has a little bit of stretch. Some more advanced. Oh, Watanabes. I do like a Watanabe. These are 16 by 7, 4 by 100. That's a great spec for a lot of Hondas. Yeah, they're in fairly okay shape, and cost-wise they're about maybe €800. There's also brand new race wheels here, if you're into that. Interesting set of wheels up here. They're Workmeister CR01s again, but they look like they've been kind of DIY sprayed with a black lip, or else that's caked on brake dust, but I don't think so. They're listed, that can't be for these wheels, no. Toyota 200, so I guess they haven't been listed yet, because that would only be like €130. So, and there's a set of 4 there. These are GTR wheels, 16 by 8. They're pretty rough shape though, and not that cheap. These are cool. Some Abarth wheels from a 595 Turismo. Work Emotions. The Holy Grail wheel, the TE37, 16 by 5.5J, so K-sized, but still incredibly expensive, like around about over €1,000 anyway, €1,100 for a set of 4. They must be new, they look brand new. I had these Mini Cooper S wheels on my, what car was that? The Honda Fit at one stage, or the Honda Jazz. There's quite a decent selection of wheels here, I have to say. Prices aren't fantastic, but the selection, you can't argue with the selection. Enki RPF 1. PCD is 98. I can't remember what that is. Is that Fiat's? No, I don't think so. Ford's. But I haven't seen any Fords here. It's a 17 by 7.5J. Again, they're not in the great shape, but they're not too bad. Just a couple of little bits of road rash. No K-size tiny wheels, but I guess I'm not surprised by that because they're pretty much like getting like gold dust at this point to try and find 13 and 14 inch wheels. Headlights, exhausts, suspension, alternators, swing mirrors. You gotta know the model codes though, because let me try and give an example. There's Kawasaki, there's motorbike stuff mixed in here as well. Say if I can try and find something like this. Okay, so MR21S, you need to know what model that corresponds to. So for example, my Suzuki Alto is a CS22S and my Suzuki Swift is a ZC32S. So you'd have to know exactly what you're looking for because they don't say the make and model. Stereos, unless they have some of those cool old school Panasonic ones, I seriously doubt they do. I'm going to skip through this. Don't want to buy any stereos. Grills and grills and grills and grills. And steering wheels. Ooh, I'm going to spend some time here. A Momo tuner for about €130. It does look brand new if you look at the stitching. But you can see the remnants of one of those kind of horn rings that covers this area, all the bolts. So it's obviously used, but here's one of these rings I was talking about. But it looks almost new, and that's quite a decent price. Momo Prototipo, again some kind of scratches around here. It's about €160. Mugen, holy moly, that is about over €300, so €320 or something like that. Yeah, I mean that's probably a good price if it's brand new. It's in the box. 350mm. I mean they're really similar to these, to be honest, but they have engraved on it Mugen Power, so therefore it's worth a hell of a lot more. Here's something I've never seen before, adjustable Boss spacer. This is only about €13-14 and it consists of a load of rings. They're just a load of spacers put together, but I guess yeah, does the job. Two very nice Nardi Torino wheels. Both are kind of tarnished in different ways. This has gone very dull, but you could polish that back up. This is what it should look like. This one does have some scrapes. But the rims, the important part is, well, okay, that one is probably past it. This one is in great nick. Yeah, this one about €130 or I don't know, 220 or something like that. Yeah, so not cheap. However, if you were looking for a wooden wheel that was a little bit different and actually better priced, this is only about €62. It's in great shape. I don't see any wear on it whatsoever. This centerpiece here can be actually taken off. You can see there's 3 screws that hold it on. So you could have it as a metal center and a wooden rim if you wanted. I think that's cool. Wouldn't suit any of my cars, but ooh, look at this tiny one. What is this? Any information? $290 so it's pretty tiny. 8,800, so that's only about, say, €50. It's kind of cool. I kind of want to put it on a car for the laugh. I might do something silly with that. There's other smaller ones here. Are these for go-karts or something? What is going on here? There's a Vertex for, yeah, about €400. Brand new Momos. Jay's Racing, cool. I'm in an aisle here with all sorts of electronics, wing mirrors, car badges, radiators. Yeah, it's a real mix mash of all sorts of stuff. But in the middle of it all, you see this. This is where you have to look out for your engine codes or different model codes. So this is the EA111R, which is the engine in the Suzuki Cappuccino, but it's also the engine that's in the Suzuki Alto Works, my C-chassis Alto. Unfortunately, that is just a standard ECU. I was hoping that maybe it might be a modified one or one of the Suzuki N1 Suzuki Sport ones, but that's never going to happen. Or if you needed a JZX 100 wiring loom, it's all there. Suspension, more suspension, brakes, chassis braces, strut tower braces, spoilers, some seats at the very top here. I don't know why they put them up here because you can't really see them that well, but yeah, they're about like, you know, €550 for each Recaro. But this one over here seems like it's good value. I think it's one of these Ergomed ones. You can see the wiring just here. So I think they have the full electrics. As you can see, the control there. And the lumbar support. It's a bit of a weird colour, I suppose, but depending on the car. That's probably only around maybe €200 or just over. Okay, there seems to be more seats here from brand new Recaros in the packaging to well-worn ones. Check out this Tom's one. So that's only about €190, but it is crusty. I mean, what colour was it even when it was new? I guess if you look in the gap there, it was blue, but it's completely faded to nothing. Fiberglass tubbed. Yeah, I mean, I suppose you could do it up, get it reupholstered or something like that. It wouldn't be too bad. This is a crazy colour, half Alcantara, half leather. Recaro SR6. That's only about €400, just over. That's actually not a bad price for that. SR3. What is going on here? Bright seat. Oh, stop making noise. Bright seat, but it's in denim, and it's got armrests on both sides. These bolt on and off as far as I know. It's a recliner. There's not much of a bolstering on it, so it's more for a daily driver. Is it wrong that I like this? Oh, it's expensive. It's like over €630 or something like that. There's a crazy one here. And some OEM seats, an RX-7FC. That's a lovely seat. Actually, that would go fantastically in the Alto. It's coming away a little bit here, but I think that's held on by Velcro, or you could use these hog cables to tie it back up. But there's no wear on that whatsoever, and that's, come here. That's only like, I don't know, €25. What? How do I get this home? I'm never gonna get that home. God damn it. These classic fish nets. About €180. How's about a big old Tome Turbo for about €500? So I couldn't come away empty-handed, so I bought that ridiculous steering wheel, even if it ends up just being a wall ornament. Sure, it's a bit of crack. So I'm going to head off to a place that I've always wanted to go to, and that is, of course, Daikoku Parking Area. It's meant to be pretty difficult to find your way in because it's spaghetti junction all over the place, and if you take the wrong exit you end up paying huge tolls. But there's only one way to find out. So the sun is going down. I have to give this car back in about 3 or 4 hours, so I might as well get the last bit of joy out of the car and go to the Daikoku, because the only way you can get there is by car. You can't taxi, you can't train, you can't bus. So the sun's going down, it's beautiful here. And I have arrived at Daikoku, finally. The spaghetti junctions were tricky to navigate, there's no getting around it, but you know, it wasn't that hard. I mean, I heard loads of people getting lost, but no, it was fine. So I'm here with the Porsche Boxster that's serving well. It's going to be going back tonight in about an hour and a half, 2 hours time. Here's all the crazy spaghetti junctions around it. It's just a mad place. Woo! And I guess I'm quite hungry actually, and there's a shop over there, somewhere there. But I might as well have a look around here, because the cars come and go, and stuff that's here now will probably be gone by the time we get out of having food. Straight off the bat, closest car to me, that's Suzuki Swift, wouldn't you know it? With some absolutely lovely, what have we got here? An Impreza. An Altezza. Ooh. And then S13, S14. Don't scratch your bumper. Nice, that's got some nice carbon bits in it. I'm guessing they're going to line up here. But to be honest, I'm more interested in this Swift. It's rare to see one without a spoiler on it. Ooh, there's some nice lights. Crystal effect. Don't think I'd buy them, but it's the same colour as mine, except that's a 5-door, and it's got a nice exhaust on it. There he goes again. So the light here is quite low, so it makes for difficult filming at night. But there is a BRZ, and here you go. I've pretty much decided this is going to be my next car. It might take me a while to do it, but this is a ZC33 in the same colour as mine, which I do quite like. These only come in 5-door, not 3-door. I do prefer 5 doors, I just couldn't find one when I was looking for one. It looks completely bog standard. Standard wheels. Here's a spicy Corolla. I don't know if it's a G or Corolla or not. It just says Corolla Sport. 4 exhausts on the back. I don't know if you can see those because the light is so low, but some nice Advan wheels. I like it. And the classic MX-5 NA. Again, the light is terrible, but it's on some chromed. The guy's in the car. Oops. Oh my god, this is a rare beast. If you know your MX-5s, you know that that is a rare thing. Slightly higher red line as far as I know. And suspension different, a few other bits and pieces. Nice gold and navy combination. Just looks black here on the camera, but what else we got over here? Another MX-5. I'll go for a closer look because it's too dark. An ND MX-5. A tasty spoiler. An RX-8. and it's quite an interesting one. It's got the rear lights changed, but it's got steelies on it, and it looks like it's seen some action because there is quite a lot of dents and damage around the front quarter panel there. So I would say it's a drift missile. Here's a car you hardly ever see. I don't know if I've ever seen one in Ireland. There's loads of lads sitting in the cars. I wish they'd get out and we could have a chat, but this is Mazda 3 MPS 2.3 litre 260 brake, so they're a bit of a monster, but front wheel drive, so can be a handful. Never driven one myself, but bear in mind this is a Wednesday night, like just a regular, you know, work night for a lot of people, and it's around about 6 o'clock, I think. So you know, these people, I don't know, are they on the way home from their day jobs? Probably not, but they just come here to hang out with fellow petrol heads. This is a full-on drift car, RX-7, and its brother beside it. I would say they're probably part of a drift team or something like that, but they don't have the same stickers on them, so maybe not. Very, very cool cars anyway. The same wheels on both, just one's silver, one's white. Now that I look at them, I can see the body kits are slightly different. There's extra flaring here in the lower part of the fender where it's completely missing on this. Let's have a look around the back. Oh, love that sticker. I wonder what this sign designates. Oh, Ari Amamiya. Special. Again, you can see the rear ends have completely different treatments, whereas this is full wide body. Yeah. I'd love to hear these running. Hopefully I get a chance to hear them when they're leaving. This big ass bowl of ramen was only about €5. Sweet. Still have some time to kill here at Daikoku, so before I wander out into the car park in freezing cold and see is there any fresh cars that have come in, I saw this ad for this plum on top of almond ice cream. I thought, that looks nice. And this is what was in the packet. False advertising, maybe? Let's hope it's tasty. Can confirm, it is tasty. What a mad little yoke. So great. It's cool. I'm sure he gets great crack out of that. There was also an Evo came in at the same time. Oh, nice S15. Spicy meatball. Yeah, the Evo is over here, but he's got green underglow. It's pretty cool. I wanted to come over and have a look at this mad joke over here. It's a Honda, I'm going to say N-Box or N-Wagon. I'm not sure which. Can't really tell the difference if I'm honest. But look how crazy he's gone with the old with the body kits. Those HKS stickers, N-Wagon, yeah. It's too far off. It's got turbo sticker on the front, the full shopping list on the side, SSR wheels. It's just mad. Mugen stickers. You gotta love it. Not only in Japan. You get the style. Bye bye S15. Did he literally just come in just to leave again? I don't know. He's got the wang, he's got the splitters, it's dropped on the ground. It's cool. Over here, GTR. I've seen plenty of these already recently at Fuji Speedway, so woo, something I can finally get into. This is a Daihatsu Mira TRXX. It is exactly like the one I had. I called mine Mirabelle, but it's the same shop. I don't know if you can hear those exhausts going over the highways there, but somebody's tonking it. This is the exact same front bumper and everything. Was available only in Japan. My car was a UK car, I think, and somebody put a Japanese bumper on it. But this one is in far better nick than mine was. It's also sitting quite low. Yeah, I love that. 4-wheel drive, turbocharged, 660 cc's, Fury. Excellent. Another MX-5, this is a different one. They don't look like real Watanabes to me. No, I'm pretty sure they're not. But it is a clean car. Some sort of Porsche over there, GT86 there, and a Supra over here. Oh, JZX here. Not into drifting, so I'm not really into those cars. This Lexus has something spicy in it because it has a burble off it. LS460. Maybe the last of the V8s, I'm not sure. Charger and latest generation Supra. It's a weird combination to have together. The Charger looks like it has some sort of matte paint on it, whereas the Supra looks bone stock. The Charger has got some sort of like shaker hood in it and everything. Let's go around the front of it actually and have a little look. Check out the neons. Nice. And over here, what do we have? Sounds quite tasty. This is a Legacy GT or whatever they're called, 2.5 litre turbo. I think he's just showing the valves on the exhaust to show what it sounds like when they're open and closed. The mirror is leaving. Goodbye, buddy. So it is time to say goodbye to the Porsche. I'm driving it back. It's an hour from here to drop it back. So if I'm going to give a summary of what it's been like to live with the Porsche for the last 3 days, it has done some things really well that the Honda S660 wouldn't have done, and they have been very helpful and made the road trip easier. Number one, boot space. It has a boot in the front, boot in the back, and space in the cabin obviously as well. The Honda S660 has no boot space in the front or rear whatsoever. You can only put your kind of bags in the cabin itself. I don't know how to get one of those kind of front seats where you put weight on the seats and it starts chiming and beeping every time you don't have the seatbelt on. So that could have been a total pain. The boot space in this was so big that I only used the rear boot, and the passenger seat didn't bother with the front boot at all. So that has been very, very handy. Second item is the automatic gearbox. When you're in town, you're start-stop traffic. A lot of the time I was, like for example now I'm going back to drop this car back and I'm not going to go on the toll roads. I've spent so much on tolls today. There's that mad pink fan going. You know, it's so much easier with an automatic gearbox. I have to take a video of this. Can you hear the noise coming out of this thing? the last item is the roof. The roof, discovered, can be put up and down while you're moving, and it does it super quick as well, so you can do it at a traffic light. It's an RX8. So being able to do that was brilliant. Top down, top up, getting cold, put it back up. It's all grand and perfect. For the Honda S660, it's got this kind of canvas roof that you have to fold up manually. There's no way you'd be able to do it at a stoplight. And there's no way you'd be able to do it on the move, so you'd have to pull over every single time you wanted to take it on or off, so it would have been a pain in this type of weather. So overall, I suppose it wasn't a bad thing that I got the Porsche in the end, but I would have liked to experience what the Honda was like. But by Porsche, really the main complaint I have with this car is you can't hear the engine. When you can hear the engine, when you're on power throttle and kind of mildly accelerating, it's not a very nice sound. It only really comes alive and sounds good when you mat the throttle and it's going full wide open. So for me, I don't ever see myself owning one of these. Anyway, I'm gonna get back in that thing, drop it back, and then get to the hotel. By the time I get home, it's gonna be like maybe 9:30. I'll have been driving for 11 hours today, with various stops on the way, so I am shattered. So it's just after 9 a.m. and I'm here at Don Quijote, which is apparently the best place to get souvenirs all in one place. It's like multiple floors of tat, and so I thought I might scout out the place first when it's not busy now. If I can, maybe pick up a few things, but I'm heading off to Garage K this morning. I need to be back to the hotel to get everything ready for that for about 10 o'clock. So I've only got about half an hour in here. It's only about 10 minutes walk from the hotel. So let's go in and explore. I guess I should just find a floor map first, because I will have no clue where the hell I'm going. Otherwise, there is an elevator here. Kids t-shirts. Yeah, it's all a bit overwhelming. Teddies, plushies, Pokemon balls. Trading cards, mini samurai swords. Yeah, where do you even start? Electronics. Even getting on the first floor of this alone, I don't know how everything is put together and organised. Or maybe it's not. You're playing cards. Uno. Ooh. Uno or Pokemon. Uno. Oh, I have to get this. Totoro. Okay, so apparently this is the character goods floor. Contact lenses, cosmetics, medicines, tax-free. What does tax-free mean? Is that just where you cash out, or is there items up there? Clothing, luxury brand. Okay, so I'd say probably most of the souvenir type stuff is going to be on this level, so I'll spend a while here. So my son loves Japanese food, and he has asked me specifically to buy some chopsticks for him. So I'm going to pick up these along with maybe a fridge magnet. Okay, there is a food section, and it is, so I don't know what's going on, but there's about 72 different things playing on different radios and screens all over the place. Try and pick up some Kit Kats or something like that. Well, that was an experience, and got my bag of lots of souvenirs and chocolates and things like that. Now I need to race back to the hotel, drop this off, pick up a few bits and head to the train station so I can head out to Garage K. I keep calling him Garage K, but his name is Dave. But I just feel like it's good to shout out his YouTube channel because it's really good. See you soon, Dave. So back at the hotel room with all my goodies. I definitely think it's a good idea to go to Don Quijote like early in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. There was nobody there. I hear it gets absolutely manic later on, so you can't even see the stuff. You're pushing past people. This was all about maybe say €40 or something like that. The tax-free option, it takes the tax off. It's only about 10%, so it's not massive amount, but yeah, it's worth doing if you can get it. Loads of places I noticed outside the city don't seem to offer the tax-free thing. Must be something they have to opt in for. For example, I was in an up garage on the outskirts in the suburbs yesterday, and I bought that steering wheel, and there was no mention of tax-free whatsoever. So yeah, it's a bit hit and miss. The jacket is pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I want one of those, but they're not for sale. That's a D1 car.
Alright.
Or an old,
Yeah, look at the gauges on the dash. These wheels are epic. Hayashi's. Love them. Yeah.
Yeah, not a super common car anymore.
So I'm in Hobby Off with Dave, and we're in a section now, just some model cars and stuff upstairs, but these are all arcade machines that you can buy yourself. Like big ones, expensive ones, talking like $2,000. Small ones, old ones. Crazy. Little arcade machines. Ball machines. Just mad. Mad. So for only €500 you could have this in your house. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, so we're in the tool section now, which is rightly beside the guitar section. I don't know.
What's going on there?
Does he take good photos?
No idea.
Taking through the lens of fried chicken. That one looks like it's ready for battle. Cameras everywhere. Oh, mamma mia! I'll show this to my brother. He used to have one of these a long time ago. This is very strange looking. What is going on there? It's not different lenses you can swap on? I don't know. Another one my brother used to have. Hasselblad. Cameras as far as the eye can see. Well, Bob.
Coca-Cola glasses? Yeah. Scuba Expo.
Hanging up on the wall. Yours for only €5. What is it?
Coca-Cola Expo 85 glasses.
Oh my god.
From Tsukuba.
Now, say that name 3 times and don't laugh. Some of the bottles in here are quite cool. I'm not going to be able to bring that home, that's for sure, without smashing.
150 yen.
Yeah, bargain. Check out this bottle. I would love to take that off. So all this alcohol people have brought here, sold to the shop for a pittance, not much. And then it's for sale, used, but obviously unopened. Very strange. Boxes of beer. I mean, I guess maybe businesses, if they were to liquidate or something and get rid of it all. So I am back in the hotel, and I have to say it was amazing hanging out with Dave from Garage K today. He took me to a very special place which I've seen in a couple of videos before, called Mercury. They are a mechanics shop and used to do a lot of racing, and they have a load of abandoned cars there and car parts and all sorts of stuff, and it was fascinating being able to walk through that. What was even better is that Dave actually knows the owner, so we went in, had a chat to the owner, made sure he was okay with us having a wander around, and a really nice guy. Yeah, then we went off to a massive hard off, garage off, liquor off, all sorts of stuff like that. And yeah, got a couple of 7-Elevens in between. So it's been absolutely amazing. There was another reason for going out to Dave's, which is, if you don't know, Dave offers a service where you can get him to buy parts on Yahoo auctions, and then he can ship it to you. But for me, it worked out perfectly because I was getting him to buy the parts on Yahoo auction, getting them shipped to his house, so that I knew I was going to go and visit him and actually pick up the parts there. So I'll save myself on all the international delivery fees, as well as any customs charges or anything like that. So I came back with a bag full of stuff, and my shoulder is killing me after carrying it all the way back on the train. This one here is actually Amazon Japan, and it's one of these microphones here, which I lost one at Tokyo Auto Salon, and I wanted to get a replacement because I have two in this kit that I have. You can't buy that mic separately in Amazon UK, but you can in Japan. I don't know. So that's in there somewhere. There's a spare air filter for my Alto HKS. I got a HKS t-shirt, a Suzuki Swift Sport little model car of my ZC32. I believe this is a HKS boost gauge. I'll have to open all these and check. A load of Swift and Alto magazines, K-car magazines. They are making up the bulk of the heaviness. Bought a couple of little small trinkets here today when I was in hard off. I have no clue what this is. Can't remember. And then 2 steering wheels. So there's one here, as you can see. I think they're both Momos. Oh, another one here. So yeah, massive thanks to Dave, you know, for sorting out all that, but not only that, but for driving around a few places today, for meeting me in Golden Guy a few nights ago, and for hanging out a bit in Tokyo Auto Salon as well. So, Garage K, you're the man. Baseball on a rooftop in Tokyo, in Shinjuku. Go have a few beers, go bat a few balls. Some of these lads are unreal. They're like hitting every single time. It's way to blow off steam, I suppose, after a day in the office. Pick your bat, pick your hat. Not sure if I actually made a video about this hotel room in Shinjuku, the APA Hotel. There's obviously loads of them all over Shinjuku, but this particular one is, I'll have the details in the description or somewhere in the video. But it's pretty much identical to a hotel I stayed in. You know, the format and everything, the size. Yeah, it's can't complain at all. I'll try and turn off those flickering lights. decent sized bed. Obviously I'm just one person. If you had 2 people in here it'd be a bit more cramped. I was able to put my bags and stuff around this area. I've kind of checked them into the hotel because I'm going to be picking them up later on. I am checking out of this hotel today and going to my final hotel, which is a little bit closer to the airport. Quite a nice view out the window. Not that I spend much time in the room, but yeah, little office area, fridge again. Exact same amenities as the other one. I've heard some mixed reviews about these APA hotels, but my experience has been that they've all been fantastic. They're extremely clean, well equipped, reasonably priced as well. So yeah, if you're thinking about an APA hotel, they are definitely worth a shot. So I'm here in the knifey district because I'm buying a kitchen knife. There's huge amount of selection here, so I'm just buying one knife. The reputation of Japanese knives is legendary. So hopefully it's something I should have for a long time, and they're actually going to engrave it for free for me so as well. It's costing about €62 for a knife, which, you know, it's not crazy money. I mean, it's probably on the lowest end of what they have here, but yeah, should be okay. These teapots are like $5 grand. These ones are like $6 grand. Oh my god. We're in the kind of catering district where they have all these izakaya grills and stuff like that. I'm waiting for my knife to be engraved, so I'm just taking a wander around. Quality stuff is amazing. Just gonna get some chopsticks for my son. They're kind of kiddie sized ones. I know I got some larger ones already, but I also noticed this. What time is it? It's sushi time. God.
Or whale knives.
Whale?
Yeah, that's what it says, whale knife.
It actually is. Is the thickness of the metal like?
Not for sale.
Pufferfish. Yeah, he's seen better days.
The next station is Kawasaki, JT4. The doors on the right side will open. Please change here for the Keikin Tohoku line and the number line.
Oh, cool. Slot car racing. We got here about 1, I think.
Rental? I know we were upstairs. Yeah.
Let's hope that when we turn up and see tomorrow closed, please fucking tell me that is not happening.
We'll finish this for lunch, maybe?
We'll have a look around. Too good to be true. Oh. I think we can agree that was the most fun thing on the entire Japan trip.
It was. It's good.
I picked up my luggage from the APA hotel, or APA, some people call them, and brought them to my last hotel. I'm here for just one night. This is a brand I haven't tried before. They're called KQ Inn. So KQ Inn. What's going on with that shine? Size wise, very similar to the APA hotels. Desk is a little bit smaller, I suppose. TV's a little bit smaller. Bathroom is pretty much the same. So yeah, no complaints. It'll be fine for one night. They do have one of these for the first time ever. For putting your baggages on. I haven't seen that really in many hotels at all, but I'm not actually going to get to use it because I've packed all my stuff in there for bringing home, and I do not want to open it because I am leaving tomorrow morning. This area is a little bit south of the city, so it should make it easier to get to the airport, but I'll be leaving super early anyway, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. Have to get at the airport by 9. Flight is at about 12:30, I think. And that is it, the last supper. This place is called Food Key, and I got one last ramen, some sort of salty pho or something like that, but it was delicious once again. Came with a load of little extra bits I didn't even order, some sort of set menu or something, but yeah. I will be missing the Japanese food when I get back to Ireland, so I'll have to learn how to cook some of these things myself. So this is it. Goodbye Japan. I'm in the airport. About to go in a couple of hours. It's been amazing. Bye bye. And I am back in Dublin, and I'm with the legend Ryan and his little Alto. Ryan has graciously offered to give me a lift back to Selbridge, where I live. This little legend. Alto works C chassis just like mine. This is a single overhead cam, turbo front wheel drive. Look at the size of these wind deflectors. Couple of last checks before we head off. Oh, nice. Glass. I'm back in Ireland a few days now, so I thought I'd give a quick summary to finish up this video series. To start off, I give a quick overview of some of my car parts haul that I got in Japan. So yeah, one of these wide mirrors, lots of badges, the stickers from the mini shop, an embroidered patch. These are the two steering wheels. I had forgotten that they're both personal wheels. So this one has got yellow stitching and yellow plate. These are used but in fantastic condition. This one comes with a horn button, but I picked up two horn buttons. This one kind of has a funny story in that I was also bidding on an Abarth steering wheel and the horn button from the same seller. I won the horn button but not the wheel, so now I have this and I don't know what to do with it. But I did also get a horn button with HKS on it, so I suppose I could use it in maybe one of those. This is the tiny kind of steering wheel I got from Up Garage. An air filter for a spare for this. This D-book, loads and loads of magazines, including K-car ones, lots of little toy cars, and of course my French horn. And the last one is this boost gauge, which is a very small diameter HKS focus boost gauge. So I'm very pleased with this haul, and again, thanks to Dave Garage K for helping me out with that. My trip to Japan has been everything I hoped it would ever be, and I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. My message to you is to stop hesitating, just go. It is amazing and it is easier than you think to get around. The language barrier isn't as crazy as you might think. Some people do have a little bit of English, but you know, it's very doable. Even restaurants that don't have English menus and things like that, with Google Translate, it is just so much easier now. Particularly with Google Maps, getting around, not only with driving, but the train service is just not the big deal that it used to be. The trains are amazing. Yes, it's a bit of a panic the first day trying to figure it all out, but once you learn the systems, it's fine. Get your welcome Suica card in the airport before you leave the airport. top it up with a bit of cash, and it's going to be easy. If you leave the airport and don't get that card, it can be a bit of a pain. Yes, the flights will be expensive to get there, but once you're there, the food, the getting around, the activities, the transport, it's all really affordable, particularly the food side of things. So overall, I would say it is not an expensive place to go while the yen is cheap. Do travel light. Not only will it mean that you'll be able to buy stuff and bring it home and have the space for that, but also getting around, you know, between the train stations, moving between hotels. You don't want to be lugging big heavy bags. The trains can be really busy if you're going during rush hour times, and you don't want to have huge big suitcases that you're lugging around and trying to push into the trains. So travel light. As a petrol head, you will probably watch so many videos of people going around up garages, and I did do that in my videos as well. What I would say is don't go in with any expectations whatsoever of finding a bargain. Yes, there's good stock in there, but you're going to pay a premium. If you really want to pick up bargains, what you need to do is buy something on Yahoo auctions in advance and get it shipped to somebody in Japan that you might be able to pick it up from while you're there. I had originally been thinking about going kind of March, April to get better weather and a kind of higher temperature, but I'm really glad that I went in January because you're doing so much walking. You know, it's good to have a bit of a chill in the air and keep your temperature down because you're going to be sweating your ass off if you went, you know, in the hotter seasons. And as a petrol head, January has the big benefit of Tokyo Auto Salon being on in early January. I opted for an eSIM instead of a personal Wi-Fi hotspot, and I have to say it was absolutely so simple and perfect. I never had one issue and very affordable. I was able to buy it in advance, activate it when I landed, and it was all good after that. No issues with data limits or anything like that. I thought this was going to be a trip of a lifetime. I'll only ever do it once. It's so expensive to go there. I just want to get a load of amazing experiences. But now after going there and seeing like how easy it is to get around, how much it actually costs, I don't know if it will be my only trip to Japan. I'm very tempted to go back. Obviously, it's not something I could do every year, but it's an amazing place. And I have to say, if you were even thinking of going, like me, maybe you can't convince your friends to go, or your family don't want to come with you, or you know, it's just too much hassle, go on your own. It was perfect. It was amazing. I met loads of people there. Do it.